We gonna keep this simple today. Y'all remember Tavon Austin? Yeah, you got to. That blowout of West Baltimore that had defenders doing the Cupid Shuffle on national TV? Yeah, we talking about him today. Before the league had Tyreek, before Debo was bullying DBs, Tavon was cooking defenses every Saturday making it look like recess. But somewhere down the line, they stopped bringing his name up. They forgot who broke the internet before breaking the internet was a thing. Not over here though. Today we telling a real story of Tavon freaking Austin, the high school legend, West Virginia icon, and the NFL what if that still inspires a generation to the day. But before we get into the video, man, make sure y'all like this video, comment y'all favorite West Virginia moment or your favorite college football moment, and subscribe to the channel for more college sports content. Let's get into it. Tay was born March 15th, 1991 on the west side of Baltimore. And if you know B more, you know it's not just where you grow up, it's how. You don't just get fast for no reason in that environment. You learn how to move quick, on and off the field. His mom was the rock. Pops wasn't in the picture early on. Like a lot of kids from the city, football became the outlet. Something safe to lock in on. Something that made sense when everything else didn't. He played pee-wee ball for the Northwood Rams and was a problem from the jump. We talking little league coaches putting 2 kids on him just to slow him down and still getting cooked. And in high school, he hit up Paul Lawrence Dunbar High School, aka the Factory. Now, if you're from the DMV or even heard of the MPSSAA, you know Dunbar is like that. Track, football, anything. Tavon ran track like a literal state sprinter. His 100-meter and 200-meter times was moving like D1 scholarship. But football? Yeah, that's where he really left Earth. In his senior season alone, Tay had 2,660 rushing yards and 34 touchdowns. Not for his career, one singular season. He even threw a couple touchdown passes just to flex. He finished with 123 career touchdowns, a Maryland state record. Bro was just playing a different sport entirely. And here's the thing, you'd think a dude like that would be the hottest name in the country, right? Wrong. The recruiter sites kept calling him undersized, a project, maybe a return guy. Bro was listed at 5'9", 165 pounds soaking wet. But who cares when nobody can catch you? Schools hesitated, but West Virginia, man, they saw the vision. They said, yo, we'll take that, and bring your cousin Stead too. Tavon stayed loyal to the region. West Virginia gave him a shot to stay close to home and turn the Big East upside down. And once he stepped on campus in Morgantown, it was go time. Freshman year? Yeah, Tay got on the field immediately as a returner. You saw flashes, even though the team was still figuring out how to use him. That quick screen, jet sweep, reverse, he was the guy they gave the ball to when they needed to play. Sophomore year is when it started to click. He became a full-time slot receiver, and that Dana Holgorsen air raid offense, that joint was built for him. But 2011, that's when things exploded. That was Geno Smith, Stedman, and Tavon, aka the Big Three of Morgantown. That season ended with the Orange Bowl massacre. West Virginia dropped 70 points on Clemson, and Tavon had 11 catches, 117 yards, and 4 touchdowns. That boy was doing cardio to the end zone that night. If your grandma had cable in 2011, you know she saw Tavon cooking up on that screen pass. Now 2012, that's where he entered mythology status. Everyone remembers that Oklahoma game, but let's build that scene real quick. Earlier in the season, Tavon was torture marshal. 10 catches, 53 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Baylor in that classic 70-63 shootout. That's where Geno threw for 656 yards. That game, Tavon had 14 catches for 215 yards and 2 touchdowns. But then came the OU game. West Virginia lost, but Tavon turned into an absolute game breaker. They moved him to running back for the first time all year just to switch it up. And what happened? 572 all-purpose yards, 344 rushing, 82 receiving, 146 return yards. That ain't a stat line, that's a crime scene. Bro was out there on skates. OU defenders looked like they were lagging on Madden. You couldn't even be mad at him. Tavon was different. That game went viral before going viral was a thing. You couldn't log on to YouTube without seeing number 1 in blue breaking off a 60-yarder. 2013 draft comes around and Tavon is the 8th overall pick by the St. Louis Rams. First wide receiver off the board, and everybody thought this was the start of something special. People were comparing him to Percy Harvin, Deshaun Jackson, even Reggie Bush in the open field. But then, he landed with Jeff Fisher. And if you know Jeff Fisher offenses, you know bro was running 1996 formations in 2013. Tavon got buried in bad play calling, limited touches, and 0 real quarterback stability. That rookie year had flashes though. Remember that game versus the Colts? He had a 98-yard punt return TD plus 2 long scores on offense. That was the last time we really saw West Virginia Tavon in full force. The next few years, frustrating. Rams kept using him on sweeps and gadget plays, but it was like they didn't trust him as a real weapon. 2015 was his best year. 52 catches, 473 yards, and 5 touchdowns. And another 9 touchdowns total with rushing and returns. But even then, it didn't feel like they were feeding him the right way. By 2017, Sean McVay came in and moved the offense in a different direction. Tavon started bouncing around. Cowboys, Niners, Packers, Jags, Bills, but it was like he never got a true reset. And off the field, Tavon was never loud. You ain't see him in tabloids or wilding on socials. Dude stayed low-key, trained in the offseason, and tried to get right. Interviews always showed how much he wanted to break through. He talked about Baltimore a lot, how that city built him, made him tough, and kept him grounded. And it's rare to see a kid with that much hype stay so humble. And that's a part of the story too. Here's what people miss. Tavon still changed the game. Every time you see a receiver motion across the field pre-snap to find a mismatch, that's Tavon. Every time a coach says, get your best athlete in space, that's Tavon. The NFL wasn't ready for him in 2013, but by 2018, teams were dying to find the next version of him. Tyreek, Debo, Waddle, Tank Dell, they're all playing in the lane that Tavon cleared. Listen, Tavon ain't a bust, man. He's a legend with a story the league fumbled. He didn't fail. The system just didn't know what to do with a Ferrari in a parking lot. But if you were there, you know what time it was. And if you wasn't, that's why this channel exists. Hit that like button, subscribe if you love college football storytelling, and let me know who we got to bring back next. I'm Mirzo, and Tavon Austin was unreal. Catch you in the next one.